We're back, regular viewers, and I don't even know why I'm wiping this off. We don't even have to. It's brand new, just for you. Well, for you. Yeah. You? Yes. So anyway, yeah, we finally did it. Finally cleaned the table here, sanded it, and I'm sure the regular editor is going to show you that video. She was very excited about it. So, and yeah, that brings us into today's project. Moving on. We went to Walmart, the kids and I, because it is almost Mother's Day. So this is where, of course, you shop for the best Mother's Day presents is at your local Walmart. But we are going to make fishing lures out of some out of some cheap things that we bought there, and just spent a few dollars on these things right here, and we're going to make some Mother's Day fishing lures, because what mother doesn't want a fishing lure? So my mother, in fact, now that she is retired, has been going fishing with the regular grandfather pretty regularly, and she's getting into it. So I want to encourage that behavior. That's positive stuff right there, and I'm glad that they're enjoying their retirement. And I'm going to make her a custom lure or two for her to do that with. So we've got some possibilities right here. The regular assistant, the eldest regular assistant, actually found this one right here, which is pretty cool because it's like, the paintbrush handle but bigger. So and it's already got a nice shape to it. This thing comes off. This is 97 cents for one of these. So we can make a much bigger paintbrush handle at some point here. Looks like you just even got to just shave this down just a little bit, I bet you, and this would probably be ready to go. Maybe fill in this eye socket just a skosh, and I think that would be just ready to make a mold of right out of the gate. So that's pretty cool. We got ourselves a wire brush here, and I was looking at this handle. This handle to me looks like it has some possibilities. Again, less than $1 for this guy, and it's always good to have a fresh wire brush around the shop. But yeah, I think we can make something good out of this handle right here. Possibly a lipless crankbait of sorts, something like that. These here, very cheap paintbrushes they had. Again, I want to say this was less than $1, maybe just over $1, but a very easy, simple way to make a swim bait, because mothers, of course, always love swim baits. And then we're going to try to, if we do the swim bait with this, we'll try to make the tail out of this part here, the fiber tail, by cutting a slot in here and gluing those in. So that's on the menu as well. But I think what we're going to start with here is the Axe Pizza Cutter, which is a ridiculous tool and a ridiculous name. And I don't quite understand what it was they were trying to do here, because it says that you can easily strike and slice through your favorite pizza. Why do you need to strike it to slice through it? Whatever. So this is a piece of garbage for sure. It's pretty chintzy looking, and it's got a really tiny, I guess it's really good for like super duper flatbread pizza. But I bet you if we break it off of here, it'll work just as good like this. Wow, look at that. I didn't have to, And who has to axe through their pizza? If you have to axe through your pizza, you're doing it wrong, people. You're doing it wrong. You can still have a crispy crust that doesn't require a hatchet, I promise. That's not a thing. Oh, so I shut the camera off to contemplate how I was going to take this apart, and this quality tool just pulls apart. Just that easy. Okay, so we've got ourselves this hatchet-shaped handle, I guess. And for this, I was just thinking of like a jerk bait, possibly a lipless jerk bait, just to show you how easy it is to do that. And I know that's similar to something that I've made a bunch recently, but it's super easy and super effective. You can always put a square bill on something too, but if you're just trying to learn how to make a lure you know, and you want to make something nice looking yourself right out of the gate, lipless floating jerkbait is an easy way to go. Found it super effective, and again, like I said, the simplicity of it was really nice. So let's get going on that. Okay, so for this next part here, you know, I was looking down the end of this, and if you see the snoot here is not really square. It's higher on this side than it is on this side. So, and it kind of got this little rhinoceros, you know, horn thing going on here, and we don't need that. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to put this on my bench sander and take the curse off this, just flatten this out right across the top here. But before we do that, we need to install the bench sander. So my regular assistant is here to help me with that.
I'm ready. 3, 2, 1, go go gadget bench sander.
Okay.
Well, presto, it's a bench sander.
Okay, so we're ready to go with our bench sander here. I did put a kind of little helper line just so I don't go crazy with it. And again, I just want to come down here and take just take the curse off of this just to flatten it out. So. And I think that's all the shaping we're going to do. I think that's just enough right here. Again, we're trying to just keep this as simple as possible. So again, I just took the edge off of that, and that's all we're going to do. Okay, so we're back from shaping. So we just need to make a couple decisions with this. I want to put eyes on it, of course, because the eyes have it. We have our nice 15 millimeter eyes here. Lovely 15 millimeter eyes. So.
Wait, we're putting eyes on it already?
No, we're just trying to see if we want the 15 millimeter or the 10 millimeter.
Oh.
So that's 15. What's that in Spanish?
What was it? 15.
15. Okay. And this is a 10 millimeter eye on it.
10 millimeter. I think the 10 millimeter is better.
That's a big fish. It's a pretty big fish. You know?
No, that's way too big of an eye.
Why is that way too big of an eye?
That looks better on it.
I don't know. I'm going with 15.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're doing it. Final answer, 15. Judges, 15.
Oh no.
Judges say 15 millimeters. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're going to do on that. What I meant to do with that, why did I put it away? I just want to make sure I get the spacing right for the approximate middle of that. I want it up here to the snoot. Don't do it. Are you yawning? I'm putting you to sleep?
No.
Okay. So we'll put a mark with our awl right there. We're going to drill a hole all the way through the bait. And, oh, we forgot.
Hi, all.
Hi, all. And we're making this for Grandma for Mother's Day, all right, to support her new fishing habit. All right, and then we're going to have to drill some lead holes in this dog.
Yep, that's right. He said it.
I said it. Okay, we want them all in the head because we want this to sit in the water. If this were our water line, we want to sit like this with the tail aloft. So that, yeah, you're going to, you're going to yank your rod tip and it's going to go down, and it's going to kind of wiggle back up to the top, right? Wiggle back up to the top. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Understood? Understand?
Yep.
Let's find we'll start out with our eye sockets.
Our reasonably sized drill collection.
What's wrong with our drill bit collection?
Nothing. It's not sarcasm.
It's not sarcasm. Generally, if you tell somebody it's not sarcasm, that's because they probably think it is sarcasm. That's too big. We don't need one that big. That's too small. Do we have one in the middle?
Everybody has to find the middle
porridge.
One. Yep.
That's just right. Okay. That porridge is just right. So that's going to be our eye socket here. I'm going to go right there. We're going to look before we leap. Put that in there.
As basically a mini pilot hole?
Yeah, and we probably got to bring it down just a skosh. Because to me that looks like we're going to miss the mark. Bring it down and back just a little bit to right here. Okay, hold up there, killer.
I was just going to give you a check.
Okay, that's probably going to be the right spot right there. Let's do a little test fitting. Just when you think you have it lined up.
Just when you think you got the camera focused.
Okay, so we're definitely going to have to run the Forstner bit in reverse because this is already going to want to chip and stuff like that because it's bamboo, I think. So we'll get these drilled out here with just the hand drill.
All right.
Done. Dunzos. What do you think?
Great.
The eyes have it, and they had it, and they're done. Okay, so we've got our marks here for our lead holes. 1, 2, 3, and we can always add more lead if need be. We do want our tie-on point to be right here-ish, we'll say. Right behind the eye.
Wow. I was right on the edge of the desk.
Okay. So we probably want our hook hanger to be in this region here. Maybe back there just a skosh from that. But we will put our tie-on point right there. Okay, so I've drilled out our hook hangers. Yes, this one is going to have 3 hooks, so that's 9 more ways to hook yourself, I guess, because it is kind of lengthy. And they'll be spaced out plenty. They're not going to interfere with each other. And then there's our tie-on eye as well. So let's drill out our lead holes. We'll make sure we have enough room for it. This is, fairly buoyant lure here. We'll stop there because we can always add it if we need to. We just don't want to go too bananas here. And our lead hole started to hit that eyeball right there. Rookie mistake, hate to see it, but we can fix that. Don't worry, regular viewers. We can fix that with some super glue and probably some of these here wood chips. So no worries. Okay, so here's going to be the fix for that little happy accident. Taking a little bit of sawdust and we're going to drop it down in there to the hole we just bored out. And we are going to pack it with that drill bit right there. So now it's covering that hole. So we're going to lose a little depth on that, but I think that'll be okay. And we're going to cover this with some super glue right there. Seal it with that. Drop some down in there. Look at that. We already super glued our table. Oh, shucks, huh?
No, shucks.
But we know we can just clean it again. No worries. The first stain of the new table. So we got it out of the way. So now we don't have to worry about being pretty with it. Or gentle with it, rather. Because it's not going to stay pretty.
Right, it looked pretty even when you were bringing it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a good few minutes there where it looked nice, huh?
Yep.
Okay, but it's a workbench. That's what it's made for. Okay, so we have that area sealed. So that should be just fine. And now we can start making our hook hangers here and get that hardware installed. Okay, so we make our hook hangers here with 0.041 stainless steel lock wire. So if you want to help me out, cut it right about here. Use your big boy strength. Yeah, use those muscles you got from that big sandwich from the last video. So the way you do these, like you're making a silhouette, okay? And we'll start twisting with our paws here, like so. There you go. Whammo slammo.
There we go.
Okay, then we go over to our vise, and we're going to...
put in our Allen key.
Yep, we're going to put in our Allen key. All right, and that's why we make extra, because one always goes awry. So start with our top part there. I'm just going to straighten that eye out just a little bit. See that?
There we go.
We need to use Kevin's pliers here.
What?
Ah, Kevin's pliers work much better. Perfect. Okay.
Who's Kevin?
Kevin's the nice gentleman that sent us those.
Oh. I thought it was like the name for the plier.
Nope, that's not the name for the pliers. Okay, man, the struggle was real with those hook hangers. I don't know what happened there, but they're in. So we're just going to clean this up a little bit, and then we're going to dip it in polyurethane so that it is ready to go for the lead pot. And now the polyurethane-a-thon. I'm going to dip that in. Guess we could have done this better, but why start now? There you go. Dipped. Just that easy. One dip will do you for this guy. We just need that coating so that when we water test it, it's all sealed. Action drying shot. Super exciting. Look at that drip. Crazy. Continuing Project Mother's Day. While that one, we're waiting on the lead pot to warm up over there, and we're going to cut this handle off right here. And we're going to have a perfectly good wire brush, scrub brush situation. So that'll be just fine. And I think this one we're going to make a Mother's Day walk the dog lure. So that's a dog walking, walk the dog lure. So I get to say dog this time, and it's perfectly okay because it's part of the description of the lure. That's right, I did say it because it is a walk the dog lure. The dog can't be offended by a walk the dog lure.
But you just used your name. So that's right, I said it.
That's right, you said it.
Oh.
Okay, so we're going to cut the dog off right there for the walk the dog lure. Go Gadget bench sander. And what is it now?
A bench sander.
Good work. Thank you. High five. Okay, so we're back from the belt sander. Been sanding it like this for a little bit because I forgot to turn the camera on because I'm a rookie. But we have our top water shape. So big fat head and a little tail back here, just funky shaped, funky colored fish. It's going to have googly, rattly, googly eyes. This is going to be pretty interesting. So, or at least I think so. I hope you think so. Should walk the dog pretty well. So because we got a bigger head, a smaller tail, it's naturally going to try to do this. We are going to put lead back here and get that to weigh down even better. But yeah, we're going to have a rattle up here and a rattle chamber in the head. So this should be pretty decent lure. Well, when I say googly eyes, I mean bug eyes, not googly eyes. They'll be bugging out of the head. It's a more ergonomical handle than what came on that lure, by the way. What came on that lure? What came on that brush? Much more ergonomical. Ergonomical. What are you getting, Mother, for Mother's Day? What are you getting your mother? The regular editor, yes, that would be your mother.
And my teacher.
And your teacher, yes. That's your teacher, too.
She's my teacher, the editor, regular guy lures, and what else? Oh yes, my mom.
Head chef and bottle washer. She wears many hats, doesn't she?
No.
Your mother.
No.
That means she's in charge of a lot of things.
What do you mean?
When you say somebody wears many hats, that means they're in charge of a lot of things.
Oh.
Does your mother wear many hats?
Yeah.
She's a teacher.
I want to make her and give her that lure you're making.
You're going to give her the lure I'm making.
Uh-huh.
How nice of
Steal
you.
it.
You can't steal it. This is for Grandma. This is for this is what I'm making for my mother. What are you making for your mother?
Well, I want to make a lure of my own with you. Can I?
You want to make a lure for your mother.
Of my own.
Would you say your mother is big into fishing?
No, but I just want to give it to her to remember the Grand Canyon, the dam, and all the things.
You want to give her a lure to remember the Grand Canyon.
If she edits that, she'll find out what I'm thinking. The only thing you have in the regular
All right.
boxy.
Okay, so now we need to make up some hook hangers for this. Okay, we have our wire hangers, or hook hangers rather. Glue set up for a minute, and I think we're ready for our I was just about to polyurethane-a-thon this lure right here, and then I forgot I did not drill my hole for my lead, so we need to do that. And that should probably be enough. Okay, there, big feller, time for the dip. Just that easy. That spot's hot, right? Yep, okay. Keeping a safe distance. Woo! Magic. That's the one we won't fill up all the way. Okay, now it's on to sea trials for this guy. Is advanced sea trials part 2, where we actually have the hooks on it like we're supposed to, so we're not making a rookie mistake. Beautiful. Let me make sure the air is out. Good. Yep. Still, okay, great buoyancy. That's going to be perfect. Just the way we like it. This is a simple lure. Like I said, you guys can make this, but I believe it's going to work well. I can't wait till we get to go try it in the larger sea lab. Okay, now that we're in the sawdust making mood, I got to not lose that drill bit. Let's see if we can't do anything with this here. This is a pastry brush. A pastry brush. I thought this would be like a chip brush. You know, like you're putting oil on your end mill or drill bit or what have you. But apparently you're supposed to use this on pastries where the hairs kind of fall out. That sounds tasty. Sometimes these ends pull off. I guess this one is actually nailed in a little better. So we're just going to cut that guy right off of there. There you go, cut off. For those of you that absolutely had to see it, it was like this. Okay, so we're gonna try to make a jointed swim bait out of this guy right here. Should be fairly easy, he said unknowingly, but we just need to make some marks on it and some decisions about holes before we mess it up all the way. You got it, bud?
Yes, sir.
All right, good.
One UV flashlight headed your way.
One UV flashlight headed my way.
This is it, folks. We successfully snuck this out of the.
We didn't sneak it. We asked for it. What are you talking about? Trying to make it sound like we're committing high crimes and misdemeanors over here.
No, that's what we usually do. That's what you usually say.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean.
You said I remember when we did the spoon video
No, I have no recollection of that, Senator.
or the frog video.
I have no.
The regular.
Whoa, took is a strong word.
I'm just kidding with you.
We're making Mother's Day presents over here, buddy. We're not going to be thieving.
Wow, we didn't really sneak this out. I was just playing with you.
Now he's just playing with us? I'm so confused over what's going on right now. think that's where we're going to cut the tail off. So we're going to need a lead hole back here. And we're going to need a lead hole here and here. And that'll be a hook hanger there. And maybe we'll swap. Maybe we'll put that. Yeah, that'll be our. Okay. Hook hanger, lead, lead, lead. Okay. And then we got to cut it in twain right there. All right.
Oh, we're making a glide bait.
We're trying to make a glide bait with this. All right, we're going to try a experiment. First time here in the regular shop live and on camera. The regular assistant's going to hold this right here. Right here. Okay. We have our UV LED resin, courtesy of Kevin. And we're going to try that out. Put that juice down in that hole there. Okay. UV light, courtesy of the regular editor. And I don't know how long this takes to set, but this is an experiment, so.
Maybe we should do it for at least the next 2 minutes.
Do you think 2 minutes?
1 minute, maybe.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold this light.
I was gonna get the resin to see.
Wow.
Whoa.
Cool. Hold the light on it, bud.
Have to see.
You can read that under where it says UV resin?
Nope, that's Chinese.
I don't think you can read that.
It was made in.
You want to read these instructions?
There's no
Oh, okay. I just thought it was me. Hard type, fast curing. Well, hey, what else do you need to know? It's the hard type and it's fast curing.
Oh.
That was pretty fast. Not going to lie to you. I'm impressed. I'm so impressed we're going to do it right there on the front too. Just for funsies. Okay, hold that.
All
Again.
Right. Gotta get my fingers out of the way.
There's a little dab right there that we could put in.
And
wait, hold your horses.
And
Oh, you want to do this in the worst way, I know. We're going to let it run around a skosh just to fill it all in. Okay, all right. You want to hit it with the light.
Flashlight.
Wow. Super exciting.
Yep. All we gotta do is wait for the next 20 seconds. And it should harden up.
I think we're there, man. That's
Oh.
crazy. Keep the light on it, though.
Oh, sorry.
Just for giggles. But yeah, you don't want to look at this light, though, okay?
Yes.
UV light is terrible for your eyeballs, it turns out.
Blinding.
Wow. Thank you, Kevin. What a
Thank you,
fancy
Mr.
experience. I am flabbergasted and thinking about. We're going to put some on that one, too, while we're at it. Shut the light off. This is so fun.
You know what we should? You know what? I think we're gonna go crazy, and then we're gonna do all lead holes.
Yeah, this could be our new lead hole filler.
Who needs super glue and baking soda when you can just use UV resin?
I have to say, I saw this from watching Mr. Marlon Bates, okay?
Yep.
We saw him do that. He said it's easier than super glue and baking soda, and who am I to argue with that guy right there, because he knows his stuff.
He was right.
All right, ready? Hit it.
And again, thank you to Marlene Bates for showing us a quick way to get your lead sealed.
I'm glad you found the end of that sentence there. They're really taking the scenic road around that one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You feel good that you got to say that?
Mm-hmm.
You're a silly goose.
Right on that middle. Up.
Done. Dunzos. Wow, Jinx, we said it together. And you know what we can also do? Well, it's not sunny out, but you could take it outside, I bet, in the sun. And it might work as well. Okay, good. Sealed lead holes.
I gotta feel this. Hey.
Crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat.
Again,
And
thank
supposedly-
you, Mr. Marlene.
No, thank you, Kevin, for sending it to
And
us.
Kevin.
Mostly
for the
Kevin.
Resin. Mostly Kevin, yes.
I think I'm a fan of UV resin. I think I'm a fan of UV resin. Wow. Fancy stuff, man. Tell you what, that's not even regular right there. That's beyond regular. Craziness. Craziness. I wonder if I got to fix that spot I just made there. Okay. We're almost on to painting this dog. And we are going to spray paint it to start with
Silver.
2 times the coverage.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. That's a weird way to count. We're out here in the El Fresco Paint Studio. Great base coat right there.
Look at that. You know what? It looks like a shad already.
Well, this is supposed to be like an alewife, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, moving on by moving back to this lure right here. So this was a lead hole. I need a new tiny Forstner bit here, whatever size this is, because this one is duller than a fart.
What? That's the first time you ever said that. You're on regular guy viewers.
Well, it's the truth. All right, this little glide bait is going to get a big eye because I like that. It's going to get a 10 millimeter eye on it. See?
Oh, 10 millimeter.
Told you. Every now and then, the regular guy knows what he's talking about there. Regular assistant. No, just leave it be. It's okay. All right, let's clean this up a little. Like, we're going super simple with, like, you know, this is the anybody can definitely do this concept lure right here. So we will need, before we forget, to cut a slot to make our tail for the back for the brushes. So this I've never done before. So we might as well just wing it, I guess, right? Isn't that like the best way to do stuff? Just kidding. That's a terrible idea. But I think we're going to bring it over to the vise and cut that slot. And then I guess we got to cut this guy right here. You're a smart cookie there, regular assistant. Okay, let's...
Keyhole tail, I think.
No, we're not doing a keyhole tail this time. We're making a brush tail.
A brush tail?
Yep, first time ever here. A lot of first times.
Look at that.
I think we got it on the first try. Wowzers. All right, so let's just go over this because I always skip a step. Hook hanger, tail slot, tie-on point, eyes, lead holes. I think we're ready to cut it in twain. Oops.
Whoop, I think we got it.
Ta-da! That was a pretty joint right there. Okay. Pretty nice. So now
Pretty.
we need to bring that back to approximately there.
And we might have to do the bench sander.
Yep. I'll definitely have to bench sand it. Okay. Over to the bench sand. Okay, so the executive decision here is that the size of this joint is only going to warrant one, like I did that for you in case you didn't know, one hinge here. I don't think I have room or material to sneak in deux hinges, so we'll go right in the middle. Hold your husses. There, see?
Beautiful.
Okay, now we've got to find that same spot on the other side.
Man.
I'm keeping you awake?
No, I'm just...
Oh, marker. The marker trick. Why aren't I using the marker trick? Regular assistant?
I don't know.
Okay.
What technique are we using this time?
Ta-da! The marker trick.
Here, I'm going to add a little extra marker so then we don't get
I really don't.
stuff.
Okay. Perfect.
Do that.
Just want a little nick in it there. Oh, I have my little tiny files right here. What am I doing?
Hey,
Making all these rookie
let's do the
mistakes.
round file. Yeah, it's the way to get yourself out of Alcatraz.
Very slowly.
Yes.
The trick there, regular assistant, is living a life that's not going to get you in a place like Alcatraz.
Yes.
That's the real trick. Okay. Did we already lose our all?
No, I thought we just found it.
We just found it, but where'd it go again? Oh, no, it was down the bottom here. Oh, I was so lost without you. Okay.
Hi, all.
Hi, all.
Good thing I remembered it this time.
Yep.
Once in a row.
Once in a row. Jerry Lewis said that. That's what I got that from. Was it an episode of Kojak, maybe, that was on? Beautiful. Gonzo. All right. First sea trials in the miniature Aqualab. Now this is going to have a rattle on it, so that's going to change the weight, but I don't think it'll be significant, so good. All right, yeah, that's all we want. Tail down a little bit. This will walk the dog, I'm sure. I've made lots of these kinds of lures, so I think that that'll be just fine. You might even put a little more weight in the tail just to get more of that, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. This is the one that we got to really work on now. This, I think, already has too much weight in it. Yeah. So you can see the tail is too light and the head's too heavy. So we want it more neutrally buoyant and more evenly sinking. So I might put a little more tail, a little more lead in the tail, and just get more even sink. I guess in all reality, that's probably not too fast, but yeah, we'll add a little more lead to the tail. Our lures are back from the lead shop, and they have been thoroughly leaded. This one actually took more lead in the tail than the head. I actually left that one empty. We will fill it with our new favorite compound, UV resin, because it's so much fun. I don't know if that's a good or a bad idea, but we will find out. That looks like that was too much. Can you put it back in? I guess so. Probably put the cover on it. It's just weird, like I don't know when it's done. I guess it's the, you know, like it looks done, but is it done? I don't know. Anyway, fill in this one here. Put a little more on top of that. It's pretty thick stuff. Cover it, regular guy. This is riveting UV resin action here, huh? All right. Wow. Hard. Okay. This one really doesn't need a lot. We'll just put a little bit, let it self sort of level on there. Can you like squish it around? I guess we'll kind of paint it with our fingers. I don't know if you're not supposed to touch that. Probably not. It's like magic stuff, man. I don't know. I'm trying to stand these up so I can UV the next part, and maybe those will get more UV'd as well. All right, where did I put the other lure? Oh, there it is. Okay. Drying it off with the power of the rag. Okay, so this one got a little bit more lead in there, but I did get that tail to sink down. So I think, yeah, I'm like putting UV light on it. Like that's going to do something, I guess. I hope my mom ends up liking these. Like I said, she's been fishing all my life, but like she just really got into it here now that they retired. And that's pretty cool. So I made my dad a couple lures on this channel here. So I thought it was about time. And what a better time than Mother's Day to make her something special. So almost to the painting stage here. very shortly. I'm like moving it around like it's like a heat gun or something. I don't know what to do with this thing. This is clearly amateur hour.
Using the UV resin again?
It does appear that way, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here, it's just hold these over that. Here, hold this one like that.
Okay.
All right.
So we got
All
it.
right. And just let them UV away, okay?
Alright.
And we're going to go set up our informal paint studio.
Alright.
All right? That's your favorite part, right?
Yes.
Got a nice little under the water walk the dog action. That's pretty cool. Tail looks nice on there. Very easy to use. Very easy to make it do that motion, that's for sure. Nice slow sink rate. Not too bad. Okay, regular viewers. Well, we've reached the end. You can all breathe your sigh of relief now. It is almost over. We've got our Mother's Day lures ready to go. They are all done. They've been pool tested and swum. So this one I need to put a split ring here on the eye. That eye got a little covered in epoxy, so it wasn't allowing the snap to move around a lot. So that inhibited a little bit of the walk the dog motion. But once I got the snap wiggling, it worked no problem. So, but it certainly looks funky, that's for sure. So it's a 10 on the funky scale. Uh, so we just, that was a good idea the regular assistant had, making those bug eyes bloodshot. It's just weird. So it's probably going to be more of a wall hanger than anything else. This one here, I did end up putting a tail on it. I put a peacock feather. We have peacocks around here. So people have them in their yards and stuff. We don't, because we're peacockless. But so people give us the feathers from time to time. So I didn't film doing that because I didn't know if I could make it work. But it wasn't that hard with my new friend UV resin. So it's got that cool peacock spot on the tail, which I guess loosely matches the color of the lure. I guess if I had to do it again, I wouldn't have used so much UV resin on the tail. I thought I had to make it more ridges, but I guess I should have just left it soft and probably just UV resin just down the vein of the feather there. So. And lastly, this guy right here, I'm really happy with how that paint job came out as far as being an alewife. So we got our nice little gill pattern. We got our dot. The big eye actually looks pretty good on this. And it's a much more useful tool than when it started out as a pizza hatchet, which was a ridiculous piece of technology that nobody needs. So this is way more useful to cut a pizza like this, by the way. So, and I'm Italian, so that's a fact. So I can speak to that for sure. But the goal of these lures was to make them quick, dirty, and cheap, as simple as possible for somebody that hasn't, really made lures before. So you can just wander through your favorite cheap store and find little things on the shelf and just be inspired to make lures here. Hopefully my mother will appreciate these because I appreciate her. And I appreciate all she's done for me throughout my 40 some odd years here on this planet. And I appreciate that she's getting to spend my parents rather getting to spend more time together out in the boat, just enjoying the enjoying the days rather than having to go punch a time clock every day and all that stuff. So it was real fun making these lures. I think they're all going to work. This one, I probably should take this hook off right here because those just always end in chaos. 9 hooks is a terrible idea. You'll have plenty of hookup power with that and less hookup power on yourself. So I'll probably remove this one here before I give it over to her. And I'll put that split ring right there. And that'll be that. And if she doesn't like any of these, she at least gets a pizza cutter and she can have a hyper tough wire brush, for her trouble. So there you go. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Enjoy your pizza cutter, used wire brush, and these 3 Christmas ornaments or fishing lures if you choose to use them. So, all right. That's all I have. Thank you so much for the support. Remember to thank your mothers and take care of your wives here on this Mother's Day. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down here in the comments. If you want to send me any lures that you've made recently, we'd love to share them in our viewers' corner. Our email address should appear magically through the power of technologies right here. And please send those to us, and we'll share those things that we've made, or that you've made, rather, the regular viewers, with the rest of the interwebs. So we appreciate everybody's support, and we're just over 800 subscribers, well on our way to 1,000. Yay! That was Jazz Finger for you. All right, and that's all I have. Happy Mother's Day. You stay regular.
Don't forget.
Hey, what are you kids doing?